Hello, friends. This is Vijay Bhambwani, and I have been trading these markets since 1987. Through my podcasts and videos, I try to help my online family take better trading decisions. Now, and it is actually 2025 as a year that you need to watch out for. On my free Telegram channel, that's where I put all my thoughts, my research, and my findings as compared to any other social media platform. I have been talking about 2025 being a very critical year for a intelligent, savvy systems trader. Naturally, some of you have asked me, Vijay, why 2025? Is it because your systems are not ready? Why not 2024? Why not 2026? Fair enough, you deserve an answer, and that too a rational answer with all the logic, with all the reason that you know me for. Now, this is a turning point in the market. I'm talking of year 2025. Now, when you track and analyze the markets with a 360-degree worldview, the way I do, you don't want to leave anything to chance. Now, even if you do remember that chance favors the prepared mind. When you follow the rationalist approach of 360-degree worldview of the market, you base your decision-making support systems on a few assumptions or hypotheses. Now, point number one, the cause and effect theory. If you know the cause, you will know the effect, and especially how long the effect will last. That is the tenure of the effect. Point number two, in financial markets, nothing happens without a reason. And since we are talking about financial markets, the reason is also always financial. Point number three, we traders are brain warriors. We are not supposed to or required to swim longer than the others, run faster than the others, box our opponents to knock them down in the ring. We basically fight and win with our brains, with our ideas. And we get rewarded by the market by way of profits for our ideas. So you have to keep your mind and your ideas sharp. Now, based on these three assumptions, I'm going to share the reason why 2025 is the year that I keep talking about and why 2024 is going to be a special year for traders. Is the year 2024 an outlier year? Yes, in more ways than you can think of, because in year 2024, your analysis, your hypothesis will have limited use and limited success unless you factor in this one critical geopolitical factor that is going to occur in year 2024. The year 2024 is a year with the highest number of general elections in the world in the history of financial markets. At least 40 countries will go to polls in 2024. Economic data will be massaged, it will be gravy dressed, promises of reforms, promises of progress, higher employment, lower inflation, and freebies will be doled out like never before. Remember, 40 countries will be doing this exercise. And that will take the edge out of the crippling inflation caused by the rampant unbacked currency printing that we have seen since 9/11, accelerated by the global financial crisis in 2008 and to the moon and back in 2020 after COVID-based global lockdowns. So you basically in 2024 will be made to feel that the worst is behind us and possibly relief and good times are up ahead. There will be a feel-good factor in the atmosphere in at least half the world. The complete list of election nations is in the description below this video and in the pinned comment below this video. Please note the names of these countries and you will identify instantly some of them with very high degree of fiscal and or political stress. These pressure points will get miraculously eased and their bond markets will indicate stable bond prices. Their currency peg will get less volatile or maybe even stable. Fiscal deficits will be cut and positive announcements will be made by political parties. Since many of these nations also nurse a very high amount of international debt which has to be repaid and serviced, by serviced I mean interest paid, promises of curbing fiscal profligacy will be made to international lending agencies with one and uniform unifocal agenda of achieving higher sovereign rating upgrades, which is helping to show as brownie points for potential voters. Now, after the harrowing time in 2020 right up to 2023 due to COVID and its ensuing economic fallout of high inflation and volatile currencies, the year 2024 will appear as an oasis of comfort. But now you know the cause and you also know how long the effect will last. Stick with me till the end and you will know better. Take the case of Argentina, where the president-elect Javier Milei has won the elections on promises of scrapping the Argentinian peso as the legal currency and adopting the US dollar as the local currency. It took all of 4 days after winning the elections before Milei announced that dollarization was impossible because there were not enough dollars. As a trained economist, he already knew that before the elections. But this is how election announcements and pre-election promises are made. I have recorded a separate podcast on the Argentine elections on 20th November 2023. The hyperlink to that podcast is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Now, it's not rocket science. It's a simple act of keeping your ears to the ground and hearing the sound of approaching hooves of the horses. Markets talk to the trader, in numerical form, of course, but the traders probably don't care to listen. I have warned my online family about pro-cyclical hysteresis in hard asset prices. Now, pro-cyclicality is an economic phenomena that occurs when hard asset or commodity prices move in the same direction as the broader economy. Currently, the broader economy seems to be pointed downwards, which means your hard asset prices should be down. But in 2024, you will witness counter-cyclicality. That is the exact opposite of pro-cyclicality. And counter-cyclicality occurs when asset prices move in the opposite direction of the economy, as if there is no correlation coefficient that even existed. You may feel I've been talking out of my hat. I'm used to it. Remember when I debunked the commodities supercycle theory? Now, in those days, I used to be a consulting editor to a company, and I used to get a lot of colorful and interesting trolling comments on my views, and some of which occur and still can persist on my own social media and YouTube comments. But I'm used to the idea of appearing wrong initially. As long as I finally win in the ultimate analysis, that's what actually counts for a trader. The hypothesis of no supercycle in oil and gas prices. Where are we now? Is there a supercycle? If from 2021, if you've paid cost of carry and gone long in oil and gas, would you have made money or would you have had crippling losses? Alpha into omega or omega into alpha. It's a call you have to take for yourself and judge. 2024 is probably going to be a year of the echo chambers who will all chant the same chant. That will be a bombardment of a retail trader's mind, and admittedly, it will be difficult to fight off. Remember the July to September 2023 chants by echo chambers of oil going to 150, 170 or maybe even $200 a barrel? Where are the echo chambers now? In 2.5 short months, they are silent because oil has breached even the $70 mark in WTI grade now. Now, as the echo chambers hibernate till prices rises again, that is when they get into their act. This is a never-ending cycle. They are quiet when prices are down and they get back into action when prices rise. So, 2024 is likely to be a poster year for the optimist and the perma bulls. Google search the US presidential cycle in stock markets and you will receive a very important lesson of your investment life. You will be surprised with the search results. 12 to 15 months before general elections in the United States of America, there's a standard playbook that unfolds without any break. Stocks go up, economic data suddenly improves, labor statistics on employment are optimistic, and tall promises fill up the airwaves. Wall Street actually has algos programmed for pre-election trading cycles. And did I tell you that US elections are in November 2024? Surprise, surprise! Now I know, and you know, nothing happens in financial markets without a reason, and the reason, like I said, is always financial. Is the US market up? Yes. Is it the US presidential election cycle? Hey, yes. So, when will things get back to equilibrium? Equilibrium is a term, it's a term that statisticians use instead of normal. In the year 2025, you will see equilibrium return, which is what makes 2024 a special year of the oasis and a feel-good factor, and 2025 as the year of hard realities. And you now know why I mentioned the year 2025 as the year of the intelligent systems trader with a 360-degree worldview. This is when pro-cyclicality, that is hard asset prices, start working with a higher probability of success. Your analysis and hypothesis will yield higher profits. The shrill chants of echo chambers will be relatively quiet in 2025, and statistical beta, which is sheer price volatility, will ease substantially. Do note, when I say something, there is a valid reason, just as the year 2025 being an important one. In financial markets, you basically need to simplify things in day-to-day life matters. Take, for example, a man walking the dog. If the dog has a leash of 12 feet around his neck, he can go towards the left of the master and right of the master to a maximum extent of 12 feet. Now he can go from extreme left to extreme right, but he will have to go back to mean, which is the straight line in between, in line with the master. Year 2025 is the year when there will be mean reversion as per statistical studies. So year 2024 will be a year of extremes. That is optimism here. The dog called the market price will be to the maximum extent permitting by the leash away from the master, the guy taking the dog out for a walk, of course, in a positive, optimistic manner, but there will be mean reversion and return back to the center line in the year 2025. Friends, if you like this podcast, I request you to please share it with your friends and family and your social media groups to help our free work reach a wider audience. We are pure prop traders with nothing to sell as product or services that we offer at all. And we have zero expertise in digital marketing and publicity. We have no budget for advertising our work. We depend on you, our online family, to spread the word for us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our free Telegram channel where I share all my ideas under one roof. In the comment segment, do let me know how my videos help you become a better trader, and click like on this video if you haven't already done so. I thank you for your patience in being with me in this podcast. I hope you have a very, very profitable day ahead. Till we meet again in my next. This is Vijay Bhambwani signing off for now. Take care. Bye-bye.